Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will talk about hybridoma technology. Hybridoma technology is used for the production of monoclonal antibodies. Let's begin with the introduction part. Hybridomas are the cells that have been engineered to produce a desired antibody in large amounts to produce monoclonal antibodies. Monoclonal antibodies can be produced in specialized cells through a technique now popularly known as hybridoma technology. Monoclonal antibodies are antibodies that are identical because they were produced by one type of immune cells and all the clones of a single parent cell. And polyclonal antibodies are antibodies that are derived from different cell lines. They differ in amino acid sequence. So basically, monoclonal antibodies are derived from single parent cell, whereas polyclonal antibodies are derived from different cells. Now, we will talk about the method of production of monoclonal antibodies. There are several steps. Initially, immunization, after that fusion, finally we will get the hybridoma cells. After that we have to isolate the colonies, and finally we will get the monoclonal antibodies. We will discuss each step in detail in the further slides. Now, the first step is immunization. What we are doing in immunization, we are giving either intradermally or subcutaneously the antigen to the animal, that is rat, and also at multiple sites at different time intervals, and we have to repeat it up to we will not up to that time we have to get the optimal concentration. So once we are injecting, we have to assay the serum to determine relative concentration of antibodies of desired specificity at various time intervals. After that, once we get the optimal concentration of antibodies, we sacrifice the animals and spleen is disassociated into single splenocytes by different methods, either mechanical or enzymatic. Now, this is the 96 well plastic culture plate in which the whole process of production of monoclonal antibody takes place. Now, the next step is cell fusion. Splenocytes mixed with plasmacytoma cells. Now, what is the reason why we are mixing, why we are doing the fusion of splenocytes with plasmacytoma cells? Because splenocytes, B cells, have short lifespan. So in order to increase their lifespan, we have to mix, we have to fuse it with myeloma cells to enhance its lifespan. So after the fusion, then we exposed it to PEG 50% for short time period and allow them to fuse. Finally, the fusion will take place. So after that, what we are getting, we will get 5 different types of cells, that is unfused B cells, fused B cells, unfused myeloma cells, fused myeloma cells, and the fifth one is hybridoma cells. So what is our need? We have to get the hybridoma cells. After that, after 7 to 8 days in hat medium, most of the cell contains dead cells and also small cluster of viable cells. Now, what is hat medium? Hat medium is hypoxanthine aminopterine thiamidine. Basically, it is a medium. Now, what's the reason to use this medium? Basically, what is happening in this particular medium? Fused and unfused B cells die because of their short lifespan, and also fused and unfused myeloma cells will also die because all these cells contain HGPT negative, and so it will block the pathway. And so finally, what will be the remaining? The remaining will be hybrid cells, that is hybridoma cells. They will survive because they are HGPRT positive and can divide infinitely. So after that, when we get the viable cells of hybridoma cells, then single cells were transferred to culture in separate walls to ensure monoclonality of antibodies. Then the wells are screened for antibody production. Then positive colonies are subcultured at low density to ensure purity. Now, the next step is selection and screening for monoclonal antibody specificity. Basically, two methods are used, ELISA and RIA. Antibodies are placed in 96 well-plate culture media. Antigens react with desired antibodies is bound to the bottom of the plate. After that, washed to remove unbound antigens. Then the supernatant is collected from each hybridoma cell, added to separate wells. After that, incubate for an appropriate time, and finally antigen antibody complex remain bound at bottom after washing. Now the next step is cloning of hybridomas. Basically two methods are used. First, limiting dilution. Second, malignant cell proliferates. So what is happening in limiting dilutions? Like we are diluting it again and again up to we get the desired antibodies. So basically cells are diluted, aliquoted into new wells, allowed to regrow, and procedure repeated several times up to the desired amount. So what is happening in malignant cell proliferates? In low amount of agar spherical colonies formed, culture must be reliable dispersed, and finally visible colonies then picked out. And what will be that visible colonies? That will be monoclonal antibodies. Now the next step is purification of antibodies. Monoclonal antibodies may need to be purified before they are used for variety of purposes. Before final purification, the cultures may be subjected to cell fractionation for enrichment of the antibody protein. In E. coli, the antibodies may be secreted, which may be used for enrichment of antibody so that further purification is simplified. Alternatively, the antibodies may be purified from cell homogenate or cell debris obtaining from the medium. Antibodies can be purified by any one of these following techniques, either ion exchange chromatography or antigen affinity chromatography. Now we will talk about the applications. There are different applications of monoclonal antibodies. It can be used as diagnostic reagent, in diagnostic imaging, either in cardiovascular diseases, sites of bacterial infection, cell surface marker, cancer, hormones, immunometric assay procedures, detection of circulating antigens. It is also used as therapeutic application, either in the transplantation of organ, bone marrow, enzyme proteins, cardiovascular diseases. It is also used in infectious diseases. It is also used in antidotes. Further, it is also applicable in investigational and analytical application. Also, it is used in targeting like suppressor detection, antigen antibody conjugates, miscellaneous like auto and antibody fingerprinting. So all these was about monoclonal antibodies. Hope you understood about monoclonal antibodies and its production as well as its application part. Thank you.